Hi, I'm Katie. Welcome to my channel. I am starting a crafting stash bashing series. I'd say my main craft is sewing, but I also like crochet, knitting, and then I've got a few kits for other stuff, and then I've got some art things, and basically over years and years and years I've just been accumulating stuff. So what I plan to do with this series is just to work through everything, which is going to be mostly sewing because my sewing stash is a bit too much. Basically, I want to massively reduce my sewing stash. At the moment, my craft room is, well, it used to be a craft room, and a sort of spare bedroom, so it's got a spare bed. But since I had a baby, what used to be the office has now become the nursery, and all the office staff has now moved into the craft room. So both mine and my husband's desks are now in here. And all of the office stuff is now in here. And we used to have this enormous cupboard, which we just sort of shoved all the office stuff into and just ignored and shut the door. Which now has needed to find homes. So we found some storage space for it, but to be honest, I cannot just hoard fabric like I was able to. So what I'm doing is I am making a plan to remove just fabric out my stash, just reduce the amount of fabric and stuff that I have, and just use some of the fabric I have, because I love to sew, but one of my biggest problems is that in my head I like the idea of sewing, but I don't actually put a lot of it into practice, and I keep looking at new fabric or new notions or new kits and going, oh, I'd love to do that, and then I buy it and then it sits there and stays there. So, or people buy me stuff and I go, oh, that's great, I love this, and then it stays there and I never use it. So I am putting a fabric banning buy on myself, which is going to be really hard, because I love browsing fabric, I love buying fabric. I don't have enough space for the amount of fabric that I want to buy, and I don't need to spend money on fabric that I'm not using. So yeah. Anyway, I will show you the... So this is what used to be craft room and is now doing double duty as spare room and office space and craft room. And I'm aware it's a complete mess. We are in the process of tidying stuff up, but so this is what it's like at the moment. This is my desk, there's my sewing machine, and then this is my husband's desk, and yeah, he's a gamer, so this is more sort of gaming stuff, whereas mine is well, I'm also a gamer, to be fair, but slightly less intense games. So my PC is distinctly older and less pretty than his one. Anyway, this is the storage situation at the moment. We've got our desk it's 2 Kallax units on either end. So these are 2 Kallaxes, and then it's got this is a tabletop, and this is all IKEA tabletop, and then they actually sell hardware so that you can turn tabletops into desks with Kallax units. So we did that, and then this is one of the table leg options, which we got to put in the middle, so we've got sort of a nice dividing line, but also so it gives support, because this is the longest table length, and it it only just fits in here. Frustratingly, when we got this, I measured it out, it was perfect width, but I didn't account for the skirting boards, so we had to cut off a little bit of the ends of the tabletop. So actually, if you look in there, it's the ends of the tabletop. And then this is the cupboard. Now, this was our original storage solution for this room, is we had all of these Kallaxes against this back wall here. So that's where all of this was originally just a surface over there. And then we were originally going to use these calyxes as the table centres, and we put one here, and we were thinking about putting one there and then one over there, but we ended up not doing that because they didn't sell a tabletop in this colourway, so we had to get these ones, and then we just stacked these in here. Like, we were going to put shelves, and then we were like, well, what's the point? We can just stack calyxes. We have them. And, you know, it's useful, but this is full. So, this is art stuff. That is like stationery, and it's what I like to call the top drawer of the desk. But we don't have a desk anymore with drawers. So this is what we like to call the top drawer. So it's like stationery, but it also has like our passports and like, I don't know, like cards and things like that. Stuff that you just put in the top drawer. Then this is all our paperwork, our filing system. And this is when we get onto my sewing problem. So this is stuff from garments that I've recycled, I've taken off. Like, this is a trim of a coat, and like I want to use again, but it's in there. This is yarn, like just yarn, and I think there's also a felt kit under there somewhere, in here, but I don't know where it is. But there's like a felt kit in there. So it's yarn and a felt kit. In here, this box is just buttons. This is all buttons. I started sorting buttons because I bought, like, or rather I was given a huge quantity of like those mixed bags buttons. These ones, but it was mixed colours. So I had huge amounts of those, and I was just like, it would actually be useful if I sorted out and saw whether I had like the same amount of buttons. But I got halfway through doing that and then I got bored. So I stacked it all up into a box and chucked it in here, which isn't exactly helpful. These are, I bought a bunch of like faux flowers for a project. It was for my wedding dress, and those are all that's left over. This is fabric. These are like toys and stuff. It's not sewing related. This is all fabric, and that is full. This is projects that I'm going to upcycle. So this is going to be a skirt, this is going to be a top, all things that need mending. So these trousers just need mending. And like, I've got a skirt in there that needs mending. I've got a load of denim jeans that I want to upcycle. And this one is exactly the same, basically. These two are just like the same thing. This has some felt in it, and I think that's an unfinished project, and then like some more stuff that I wanted to upcycle. And that is the storage cupboard. On top of that, down here, this is all of my steampunky stuff. And then over here, on my side, we have yet more fabric in this basket here. And then this is like my sewing drawers. So in here I have like all my sewing notions and everything in there. And then this one is just full of scraps. And then this is like paper craft and miscellaneous craft stuff. So it has like pom-poms and stuff, but it's mostly like sketchbooks and notebooks and paper and journaling stuff. So yes, that's the stuff. That's the starting point. And basically I just want to use up some of the fabric. I want to, fix clothes that need fixing, because a lot of those clothes just need fixing. So I want to fix clothes that need fixing. I want to finish projects that I've started. I want to finish my UFOs, because I've got a couple of UFOs. And I've got a whip on the go at the moment, which is just like, it's just a skirt. I don't even know if I'm going to like it. I think that's the reason why I've stopped, is because I've got about 3/4 of the way through and I don't know if I'm going to like it. So I've stopped, because if I don't like it, then I don't know. I feel like it had potential, and anyway. So yes, I've got a whip on the go, but then I have like about 3 UFOs that I've started, and for whatever reason I've just stopped. So I want to finish them, and then I want to work through some of my fabric and stash. So I am committing to not buying any more fabric. Yeah, I'm committing to not buying any more fabric, and then also using the stuff that I have, because I have a felt kit which I've had genuinely for over 10 years, and I really want to do something with, but I just have no ideas on what to do with. So a lot of the fabric I have, I already have plans for. I just haven't got around to doing it. So I think I probably will be making like a sewing plans video soon, maybe going through some of my fabric and saying, right, this is what I have planned for this item, because a lot of it is just, it's not difficult. I just haven't, maybe I'm missing like one thing, or you know, I don't like drafting with patterns very much. Like, I do use patterns, but I don't particularly like using other people's patterns, because I have to adjust it so much anyway that I might as well just make my own, you know. So, but yeah, there are some things, like I finally got around to picking up some bib and braces. So this is hemline. Means I can make a pair of dungarees, which I have been planning on making literally for years, and I think what I'm going to try and do is just do some crafting. Get all that crafting that I've got in my head out and done. And I'll be able to buy more fabric, because I love buying more fabric. It's one of my favourite things. Oof. Yeah, my camera's all off. I've got you mounted on the ironing board, and I think the ironing board might be wonky. So thank you for this slightly rambly intention video. My next video, I hope, will be, I might give an update, or I might just do one where I talk about what plans I've got going and what I want to do with the stuff that I have. So if that's the kind of thing that you think you might be interested in, think about subscribing, and I'm hoping to make monthly updates. But yeah, I'll see you in the future. Bye!